Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Duke proudly brings to you his Royal Rumble predictions of 2022.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year again for the WWE Royal Rumble. This time, I'm going to be joined by my buddy, the coach, by giving you the WWE Royal Rumble predictions. This year, we got a couple different matches, a couple different good matches, so I'm going to jump right into doing my predictions here. Match number 1, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I predict Brock Lesnar will win this. Number 2, we got Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins. I predict Seth Rollins will win this one. Then we have Miz and Maurice versus Edge and Beth Phoenix. I predict Edge and Beth will win this one. We have Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. I do believe Becky Lynch will win this one. Have the Men's Royal Rumble. For the Men's Royal Rumble, I honestly, and this is a wild card throw in there, but I'm hoping and I'm thinking that the Men's Royal Rumble will be won by Finn Balor. Women's Royal Rumble. For the Women's Royal Rumble, this is probably also a wild card throw in, but I got Shotzi Blackheart. Next up here we have the Alpha Academy versus RK Bro. I got the Alpha Academy on this one. Then we have 4 questions asked by yours truly. The 4 questions go a little something like this. Your favorite Royal Rumble, favorite Royal Rumble winner, favorite Royal Rumble match that's not the Royal Rumble, and one person, both man and woman, not appearing anywhere but, one person, both man and woman, to appear in the Royal Rumble, not currently working with WWE. So, for my favorite Royal Rumble, I have Royal Rumble 1998. This was the Royal Rumble with the multiple entrances of Mick Foley, and another one we'll get into when I give you my favorite Royal Rumble winner. And my favorite Royal Rumble match. My favorite Royal Rumble, My favorite Royal Rumble winner was Stone Cold Steve Austin from 97 and 98 back to back. So he's my favorite Royal Rumble winner altogether. My favorite Royal Rumble match, not the Royal Rumble, was an I Quit match between The Rock and Mick Foley in, you guessed it, 1998. One person, both man and woman, to appear in the Royal Rumble that's not working with WWE right now. For men, I had somebody that opened the door recently, was one of the very first recently to open said forbidden door. And I don't know his injury shelf line time frame right now, but I think it would be pretty cool to see Kenny Omega just come back. And of course, now these are people that are just being there. I'm not necessarily saying they're going to be doing anything more than working with WWE to be in that Rumble and not working with them forward or anything like that. Just the question is, who would be cool to be? Who would we like to see one person not working with WWE from another company to come into the Rumble, just this match? And with that being said, of course, my woman is somebody who has been working everywhere pretty much, indies and television-wise, and that is Thunder Rosa. So Thunder Rosa is my woman of the match, my Royal Rumble surprise entrance pick there. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that about wraps up my predictions video, and we'll give right now Coach time to explain his predictions and answer his questions.
Let's start with the 2022. It is 2022, right? Let me check the calendar. It is 2022. Sometimes, guys, Coach Sean Calvin is on a whole other planet, you know? The planet, the culture planet. That's right. Got my t-shirt on. All right. I'm sorry. All right. So I'm going to go over the card and give my predictions. I will start with the WWE Raw Women's Championship match, which sees Becky Lynch versus Doudrop. I think it's going to be a great match. Both women are super talented. I'm looking forward to it. I really think it could be a sleeper hit on the show, especially because Becky has not faced Doudrop in the WWE. I'm not sure if she faced her outside of WWE, to be honest. I probably could have researched that. I didn't. I'm sorry. You can tweet at me at the Sean Calvin. Yell at me for not knowing that. But anyway, that's a Twitter plug. All right, so anyways, I have to go with Becky Lynch because I'm pretty sure they're going to want to keep the championship on her to get that big women's money match at WrestleMania. Either way, though, great match. Definitely think it's going to be the sleeper hit of the night. Next up, we have Edge and Beth Phoenix versus Miz and Maurice in a mixed tag match. I'm going to go with Miz and Maurice on this one, and I think they're going to pull some underhanded shenanigans. And I think those underhanded shenanigans are going to lead to a WrestleMania rematch. Get that big match there, Mania. Give Edge a big moment. I do think that'll be a fun match. I don't really have too much to say about that. I will jump to Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. I am personally excited for this match. This is a match I've wanted to see for a very long time. Both men have similar backgrounds, really decorated amateur wrestlers. Both men have combat sports experience, phenomenal athletes. There have been comparisons of Brock Lesnar for Bobby Lashley pretty much his whole career. I remember back in the day when he had debuted, people were like, oh, hey, this guy's like their new Brock. I think it's going to be a great match. Both men are phenomenal athletes. It's going to be amazing. It's definitely a dream match, and it's one like I said, have been looking forward to. I'm going with Brock Lesnar to keep the WWE Championship and head into WrestleMania with it. So that is my prediction for that one. And then we have Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. Now, common sense says Roman is going to win this one because Roman has been on a hot streak. Tons of Match of the Year candidates from Roman Reigns since his turn to the dark side. I'm looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be great. Seth is an amazing wrestler. And obviously, Roman, incredible. I think everything that Roman Reigns does is absolutely compelling. It makes me pay attention. When he's on the screen, I'm just a huge fan of the guy and his work, what he brings to WWE as a program as a whole. And I think that Seth is going to win. And I will get into why in a few minutes when I talk about the Men's Royal Rumble. I will now talk about the Women's Royal Rumble and my prediction. I'm going to wild card it here, and I'm going to go with Lita. I know it's a little crazy, but after that little bit of a moment with Lita and Charlotte, I don't know. I just have this gut feeling that they're going to do Lita and Charlotte at WrestleMania. And I just think Lita and Charlotte is an attraction match that would get people interested. So I am going with Lita to win the Women's Royal Rumble. The women's one is so interesting because there's sometimes with these things, you can kind of maybe be like, I see the direction that they're going to head into and kind of gauge what's going to happen. Honestly, with the women's one, I don't know. Like, I would have said Sasha Banks, but I believe she's hurt. Uh, I'm not sure if Bailey is going to return. I mean, Alexa Bliss is a possibility, but I'm sticking with Lita as my pick for the women's 2022, check the calendar, 2022 women's Royal Rumble match. As for the men's Royal Rumble match, which again, this ties back into my whole Seth Rollins is going to beat Roman for the Universal Championship thing. I believe we'll get Brock versus Roman at Mania. I mean, that seemed to be where they were going anyways. I think we're going to get there. I think what we will get for the men's Rumble is a win from Big E, and I think we're going to get that kind of redemption arc where Big E is going to win the Rumble, challenge Seth at Mania, and get his title win at WrestleMania. Kind of the the hero kind of lost his title. Things have kind of been looking a little bleak for Big E. I think this is the start of that redemption kind of thing that we'll see him get his big WrestleMania moment. So I have Big E as my pick for the men's Royal Rumble and Lita as my pick for the women's Royal Rumble. I'm excited for the Royal Rumble. I think it's easily one of my favorite pay-per-views in all of professional wrestling. Even when it disappoints, which, I mean, it has, but that's not even an anti-WWE thing, or, it's just like things aren't always perfect. It's hard. It's hard to deliver. But no matter what you are, movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, there's always going to be, no matter how good something is, there's going to be times where things aren't good. But even when the Rumbles shows haven't been the best, they still are fun, and they're still like the perfect shows to watch with friends because there's always a moment where you're just having a great time. So I'm really excited for the Royal Rumble. I was told, given direction to talk about a Forbidden Door one or a surprise entrance. I'm gonna throw out both for the men's. Maybe I'll do it for the women's too. For a Forbidden Door one, you know what? I'm gonna go nuts here and say that with Mickie James and the women's Royal Rumble, you know what? Let's just throw it out there. That's probably way off base, but who knows? Let's say maybe Nick Aldis shows up in the men's Royal Rumble. That would be pretty cool. I think for a surprise for the men's Royal Rumble, by the way, I'm so excited. Unrelated. I just want to talk about Johnny Knoxville being in the Royal Rumble. I know people on the internet are like pissed off about it, but like, come on, man. Who doesn't love Johnny Knoxville? Who doesn't love Jackass? I am so excited about that. I even bought the t-shirt. Like, that's so great. I'm pumped. Come on, guys. I'm 37 years old. I was like, Jackass was my jam back in the day. It still is my jam. I love it. But anyways, I think we're going to see a John Cena appearance. I think we're going to get a John Cena match at WrestleMania. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have a feeling it's going to be a huge surprise, and we're going to see Cena. And I think Cena is going to toss out Austin Theory, and I think we're going to get Cena and Austin Theory at Mania. Just my prediction. As for the women's, Forbidden Door, I mean, Mickie James is already in it, so the Forbidden Door for the women's one has been open. The Impact Wrestling Champion, but that's pretty cool. So I don't really have a Forbidden Door pick for the women's one. But I think for a surprise for the women's one, I think we're going to see Ronda Rousey make her return. I don't know if it'll lead to anything other than her being in the Rumble, but I have a feeling we're going to see Ronda, which would be cool. I'm a huge fan of Ronda Rousey. I loved her work in WWE. I thought her in-ring work was really great for somebody who didn't have a ton of experience. I just think she had a presence and a charisma to her. So if she does make her return, I personally would be very excited for it. So that is that. That is the 2022 Royal Rumble. I was asked to discuss what my favorite Royal Rumble was, and that would be the Royal Rumble from 1992. If you've not seen it, I recommend looking it up on Peacock, or if you're outside of the United States, the WWE Network. I'm jealous of you because watching wrestling on Peacock is a nightmare. I'm sorry. It's not great. But I love the Royal Rumble 1992. I would also recommend as a great companion piece to watching it to listen to the Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard podcast where they discuss it. It gets into in depth about it, and it's just a great Royal Rumble. It's got Hulk Hogan in it, Roddy Piper, Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, Sid Justice. I believe Macho Man was in it. I could be wrong on that, but either way, it's a pretty. I don't think he was. It's been. I usually watch it yearly. I haven't had a chance to sit and watch it yet, but it is one of my favorite Rumbles just because of the star-studded cast of people in it and people from my childhood that I was just huge fans of, or still am huge fans of. And I love the promos they play before the Rumble of each entrant. I kind of wish they would bring that back. Just like a quick little blurb of like, we recently did something similar to that at Backbreakers Entertainment, which is where I primarily wrestle at. Give that a quick plug. Follow Backbreakers Entertainment on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all of which are great. I hear the social media guy who runs the Instagram and the Twitter is pretty dope. He looks a lot like this guy right here. Also follow the Sean Calvin on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. But yeah, Royal Rumble 1992 is my favorite Royal Rumble. It is definitely worth the watch. It is great. It is entertaining from start to finish. The actual card itself is fun too, but the Rumble, if you're going to watch just the Rumble, I highly recommend it. It is fantastic. My favorite Rumble winner of all time it's an interesting one. It's Rey Mysterio. I was in college because, again, I cannot emphasize enough, I am old. I was in college in 2006, and when Ray won, it was a surprise. It was something I had a radio show at the time at the college I went to, and my friends and I kind of discussed it. I am a huge fan of Rey Mysterio. I think he is one of the greatest of all time. If people say negative things about Rey Mysterio, I will kick the shit out of them. Again, if I can't curse, I apologize. Bleep that. But I love Rey Mysterio. I think fantastic wrestler, just true legend, awesome. And him winning was such a surprise. And I know it led to the less than great WWE World Heavyweight Championship run that we all remember that it could have gone better. But Ray winning that Rumble was fantastic. It was awesome that he had his chance to shine. He had a moment at WrestleMania. I think Rey Mysterio was, again, fantastic, and I think he definitely deserved it. So that one holds a very sentimental place in my heart. And my favorite non-Rumble match that happened after Royal Rumble, and this one was tough because I really enjoyed Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens from last year, which was a Falls Count Anywhere match, especially the part where Roman just hits him with a golf cart and just the deadpan look on Roman's face as he runs over another person. I don't know. It was full blown, it was like some GTA shit right there. Again, cursed, I'm sorry. There's some GTA stuff right there. It was just great. And I know people are like, oh, the part with the cuffs and the guys. Wrestling is freaking hard. I have been in that situation where something's supposed to go one way and it doesn't go as planned, and it sucks. But even ignoring that spot with the cuffs and the key, and I mean, come on. There was a lot of sweat, and Paul Heyman's got big chunky man hands like I do, but it's still overall it's a great match. But that actually wasn't even the match I picked. I just wanted to talk about it. I like that match, and I feel like people focus too much on that one tiny mistake, and what an amazing match. But yeah, my favorite non-Royal Rumble match, and again, it was a toss-up, but I had to go with Seth Rollins versus John Cena versus Brock Lesnar from the Royal Rumble 2015. It is a triple threat match. The match is incredible. It's awesome. I highly recommend going out of your way to watch that. I don't remember much about the rest of the show. Maybe it was a good pay-per-view. Maybe it was an okay pay-per-view. I don't know, but that match just sticks in my mind as just being phenomenal. I do remember the next night there was a huge snowstorm, and Monday Night Raw it wasn't preempted. They ended up just basically doing a clip show type of event from the headquarters. And I remember they showed that match in full, and a lot of people who didn't watch the Rumble got a chance to see it. And I talked to my friends and people back then who were absolutely into that match. It was a really great one. It's definitely worth going out of your way to watch. And I believe that is it. I hit all of my points. Thank you guys for having me on here. via video. I hope to do this live. Just want to plug some stuff. January 29th, which is January 29th, 2022, which is the day of the Royal Rumble, is Backbreakers Entertainment Winter Warfare 3. I will be on the show at the side of my boss, my hero, the greatest man to ever live, Kit Raff, as he is taking on my old buddy, Rod. Where's Rod on the shirt here? There he is. It was the old school coach fit shirt. Rod Wilder. The show is going to be great. We've got Mike Mitchell versus the Madness of Trip for the Backbreakers title. Brad DeMeo and Eric Pinhat, the Backbreakers tag champions, taking on a mystery team managed by Gary Michael Capetta, a famous ring announcer. And a debut match with, I'm trying to remember his name, I'm sorry, with Ricky Price versus TJ Stacks, two brand new wrestlers who were trained at Backbreakers, great kids. I'm really looking forward to that, along with a few other great matches on the card. The show is sold out, which is awesome. And any of you who are watching this who have bought a ticket, thank you. You guys rule. I love all of you. And if you want to see the show, it will be live streamed if you head to Backbreakers Entertainment Facebook or Twitter or the Instagram. The link is there to order the event. It is $9.99. It is going to be a great show. I definitely recommend checking it out, not just because I'm on it. I also will be appearing at ACAA February 26, 2022. I will be managing the Extra Guys, Mike Mitchell and John Redbeard, as they take on TJ Stacks and Ricky Price, who I assume after their Backbreakers match will work out their differences, and, it's going to be great. And again, follow me on my social media pages, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all at the Sean Calvin. Kind of see what I'm doing next. I'm not quite sure what my year will have in store. I've got a lot going on outside of the ring that I can't talk about right now, but maybe soon. And I appreciate every single one of you. I, right now, do not have a t-shirt store. I was working with a company. I lost kind of faith in that company, so I'm looking at a new one when I get it set up. Check my social media. I'll be plugging it. As always, you buy a t-shirt off me. I make no money. I give all the money to the Luzerne County SPCA. I also have to, as I do on every podcast and anything I do, finish with that, like donate to the Luzerne County SPCA or Griffin Pond Animal Shelter, which is up in, I believe, Clark Summit, PA, past there. I'm not exactly sure the exact town, but or whatever local animal shelter that is near you. It's near and dear to my heart. Donate to your local animal shelters. Always adopt. It's just something I like to mention. It's something I'm very passionate about. Thank you for having me here. Just want to say have a good one, guys, and thanks for having me.
And now some special time for El Marco Mysterioso to make his Royal Rumble predictions.
What's up, guys? El Marco with Smart Mark Alley here to answer 4 questions sent to me by my good buddy, the Duke Steven. First question. Favorite Royal Rumble winner? And I'm going to lump that up with second question, the favorite Royal Rumble. It's going to be the Rumble in 2007, with the winner being The Undertaker. Had to be my favorite. Third question, favorite Rumble match, not counting the Royal Rumble. I don't know if I can do one on this one. I've got 3 that come to my mind right off the top of my head. 2 of them being The Undertaker, both casket matches. The first one was the Taker-Yokozuna casket match. Second was the Taker-Shawn Michaels casket match. Both of those favorites of mine, being Taker being a favorite.
third match I could think of that I have up there would be Triple H versus Cactus Jack in a street fight for the World Championship. Those three are the three that really pop into my head. Last one would be anybody in the Rumble that I would like to see participate that isn't actively with WWE, man and woman. For the woman, I'm going to go a little different route. I know most people say someone like Britt Baker, people like that. I'm going to go a little underdog here. I'm going to say Abaddon from AEW. It's someone I would like to see a little bit more of. In terms of the men, I'm going to go with the chairman of WCW, LaParca. I know he's big in MLW, but he hasn't really gotten the recognition since in the U.S. since WCW went out. So I'm going to go with LaParca. So there's my answers to those 4 questions. Later.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. We'll get back to you on our results, and we'll see if our predictions were anything close to what we guessed. I think this was a fun idea. Definitely would like to do this again in the future. And I just want to let you guys know to like, share, subscribe, follow, do all that fun stuff. Catch us next time for the results, and catch us next time for the next episode of Duke's Dive. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for tuning in to Wicked Turtle Network exclusive. Follow us on all social media, and also click the link tree in the description of this video.
What is up, Wicked Turtle Nation? We just wanted to let you guys know that Wicked Turtle Network has decided to join the RAZE Rebellion as brand ambassadors for RAZE Energy Drink. RAZE Energy gives you fresh, and that stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration. With zero sugar, absolutely no crash, electrolytes, and BCAA aminos. I encourage everyone listening or watching right now to raise up and join the RAZE Rebellion yourself by going to your local GNC, vitamin shop, or even online at repsports.com. And order yourself some RAZE energy drinks or other athletic supplements in bulk. And when checking out, use the order code WICKEDTURTLE for a 15% discount. The website and order code will be in the description of this cap.